Celeb Secrets who's here hanging out with Jasmine Thompson. Thank you for joining me, Jasmine.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Well, congratulations on Love is Just a Word. Tell me about the creative process behind this song.
Thank you. So I was working with a friend of mine who I work with quite a lot, and I'm based in London and he's over in Wales. So I spent 2 days over there working in his studio, and I had like these lyrics in my head, which is basically, you know, every word has already been written by these amazing artists already, and there's these songs that we grow up with or we always hear that are just like symbols of love, you know, and these songs that you'll hear in the chorus that I'm referencing, it's all about the connection you have with someone. But for me, I was going through a relationship that I just genuinely felt I was like, you know, before this I was listening to these songs and they just didn't have as much meaning, but when I met this person and when I was having this feeling, I was literally just like, it's given me a reason to like listen to these songs. Do you get what I mean? I was just like dancing to them in the kitchen during lockdown, and I was just like, I just feel so like they've got meaning now. And I remember just doing a really quick like piano demo and just singing onto like a little tiny mic. Just did 2 takes and that was it. Went back to London, and a few months later John messaged me saying that he had reached out to another artist he works with a lot called Calum Scott, and I was like blown away because I love him and I've known of his music for so long, and watching his career has been incredible. And he said that he sent Love is Just a Word to Calum, and I was so excited because he went in the studio and he recorded a verse and he sent it over and I heard it, and I was just like, this is, hearing someone else sing a song that you have made is gorgeous because you spend so much time working on it and they just take it and bring it into another world. So went back to the studio with Calum and he like flushed out a few verses and went on to do them late together and just really like tried to just piece it together and finish it, and we did. And it's like, I don't know, it just became a really beautiful duet because it's so special to sing a love song with someone.
Absolutely. One of the most beautiful lyrics, honestly, like I've ever heard. Love is just a word without you. So for you, how do you define that word? How do you define love?
God, I don't know. Like, I think it's just trust and time. I think it's like how much effort and care you give to the other person. Like, they never ask anything from you and you never ask anything from them, but it's just you choose to be with them. I don't know, I don't think I'm the right. I know that I've got love with my friends and love with my family, and that for me is like the purest love I could ever have. I'm not great with the relationship kind of love yet. Like, I don't really think I will be for a long time, which is fine because I need to be single for a long time because I've got to work on me, but that's pretty much, yeah.
You've got time, and you've got time to fall in and out of love and write in a bunch of amazing songs to accompany it. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. But it is such a beautiful thing, and it's such a beautiful song. And we're getting a music video to accompany it. What can you share? What can we anticipate?
So with the video, it's not like the traditional like music video. It's more like we wanted to do a live version because I've not really done that many duets before, and I was obsessed with like, you know, I love doing like harmonies and singing together and making something live. And also we've been stripped of the right to go and do live shows. I was like, let's go back in and just do it live, and we got some string players to accompany us. It was just a really special moment because I haven't sung live for years. I was so nervous just before it, and we just tried to make another version which is like a pure live, someone's playing piano, there's a few strings, and yeah, it was really fun, like just harmonizing live. I haven't done that in a very long time, so I hope people enjoy it.
I am so excited to see it. I'm positive I'm going to enjoy it. And that's not the only other thing I'm excited for you to release. You have an EP coming out in 2022. Tell me about that project. What else can we anticipate?
God, it's just like Being able to write so much during lockdown was the thing that like kind of got me through it. I didn't really enjoy writing or the idea of doing things online at the beginning of the pandemic, but now I felt after like 6 months of just not working, I was like, why not? Like, I need to stop being shy, and I could just go online. And I actually found out that I loved working on Zoom because it allowed me to work with people that I wouldn't necessarily be able to work with all the time. I worked with people who are based in Stockholm for a lot of it, and people in America as well. And it was so nice because I could do it from home, and I felt really confident and comfortable. And you know, there was a lot going on over the last 2 years, and I'm sure for everyone they've had their own different stories and like troubles with it as well. And for me, this kind of EP or the songs that are coming out soon are like reflections of what's gone on. A lot has happened with like just thinking, you know?
Absolutely. It's a beautiful silver lining if we are able to find one in all the craziness that has happened this past year. And so for fans of your previous EP, Color, would you say that the songs have a different sound or a different style?
It is different. I mean, Color was like a lot more, I'd say like experimental for me. Like there was a lot of like strings and brass and like different rhythm changes and all of this stuff. And it was kind of just like an EP where it was like, this is my like, how I felt then. I was like, I just felt like I wanted to do something different because, you know, I started on YouTube and everything was just piano songs, and I was like, I wanted to add more like texture to the music. It is kind of going back to more of like the older EPs that I put out, and it's a lot more like piano based and chilled, but I'd like to do some more stuff like Colours soon. But yeah,
I feel like as an artist you've already lived a lot of lives, you know, as a musician. I mean, you came into your own so early. You were signed at 13. What has that journey been like to come into your own at such an early age?
It was so you know, it just felt really normal. Do you get what I mean? Like it like because it's just what you go through. And I remember just like I remember doing YouTube because I just found it so much fun and like going on it, and it was crazy to me. When I say normal, I don't mean like people like my music. That wasn't normal. That was like mind blowing. What I mean is like the experience of it, because that was, I couldn't, you know, I didn't have anything to compare it to, because it's like
Right.
you're a teenager and that's your, like the life of, was, you know, I flew to New York and a label signed me and I was like, this is insane, but this just feels right, you know, like it was like, I wasn't feeling, I think education in school is, you know, disclaimer, I think it's great, but I weren't very happy in school. I didn't feel like I was like being inspired. I didn't feel very happy and I didn't feel positive, and I felt very like, I felt like nothing was going well. Do you get what I mean? I had no faith in myself with academics. So when music started taking off, it just felt like I was living. Do you get what I mean? I felt like it was really like this is very cliche, but like a dream come true. Like people were appreciating my music, and I was in the position where I could actually start doing music full time at such a young age.
You have dipped your toes in a lot of different ponds, but you do it so well. It's such an organic passion for you, and it really does show in your music. Since we are Celeb Secrets, is there any behind the scenes secret that fans wouldn't know just from listening?
I guess the thing is, it's a very like serious and like love song. The secret, like both me and Calum are absolutely nuts. Like we were literally just like, I couldn't stop giggling. Even in the live video, it was, I couldn't look him in the eye for very long. Like we managed to do it on the very last take, but I couldn't stop giggling because he just makes me laugh. Like it was so hard to keep serious, because when we were recording the original, like the official audio in the studio, John, the producer, had to put us in separate rooms because he would just keep making me giggle. Like I think at one point he was recording and then he turned around and I, like, you know, you just put like a Coke can on the top of your head and you're just like feeling because why not? Like he's a laugh, and so it's a very serious song, but we're very giggly people. Yeah.
Love that. Well, thank you so, so much for taking the time to sit down and chat with me and talk to me about Love Is Just a Word, which is the most beautiful song, and I can't wait for others to hear it.
Thank you very much for taking the time.